Hey guys, I haven't talked to you in over a week, and there's a reason why. Um, Honestly, I was having some trouble, and it come down to the point where I ended up turning in my truck and having to leave West Side. I'm not going to bash them by any means. They're still a good company. The people there are still great. There's nothing wrong with them, but I think what had happened. Excuse me, I something in my teeth. I think what happened was when they came out with this dedicated flex position, which is what it was. Um, I think they weren't ready. Either they weren't ready to do it, or they didn't have it structured properly. What I was told was that I'm in Indiana, is I would run the surrounding states of Indiana, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, and then we didn't go any further south than Louisville. We just went to Louisville and back, so I never went down into Kentucky. So basically, my 3 weeks, I ran everywhere. I went ahead and bent with it, said, okay, I'll bend and I'll just run as long as you get me home on time. Because I was supposed to be home, what I was told was a certain day of the week. Um, they couldn't make that happen every week. So I ended up just going ahead and saying, hey, all right, that's fine, I'll do this. Um, but then it just became, you know, a Midwest regional route, basically, with flex pay, which is a great route. If you do the Midwest regional, you're guaranteed $1,000 a week no matter what. And basically, you just run Monday through Friday and you're home all weekend, and it's all weekend. Like, you get home Friday, you don't leave till Monday. So it's 36-hour stuff. They asked me if I wanted to do that because they couldn't guarantee my day home, but I needed to be, I have my son and my wife and stuff like that. And I came home and they were honest with me. They knew I was having trouble missing them, and they pretty much came out and told me that they wanted me home more, and that basically they would like me to find a local position. So I spoke with the guys. I spoke with the head of safety, David, and I spoke with Justin, the head of recruiting. Both great guys. Both you know just awesome people. Justin and I talked for a while, and he was really upset, not at me or anything. He was upset at the situation. Neither one of them wanted me to leave, but the bottom line is I needed to find something. I was home more. Um, it's a good place. It really is a good place. I'm not gonna lie. It's a nice place to work. The people are very friendly. Like I said, I have no ill will towards them whatsoever. But I'm gonna give you the good, bad, and the ugly though, because I have been honest in this whole thing, just like I was in the beginning of the orientation with 401k. But, it's not very good. But the biggest things that I think are their problems are their maintenance department, which I know a few people in management that I talk to will agree with. I'm not gonna name names, but they're not very good at fixing their stuff. I had a lot of problems with my truck. And then on top of that, they won't let you run toll roads. Well, they will, but you don't have an iPass. You have to pay for your toll road, and then you would get reimbursed on your paycheck. But you have to get permission. That wouldn't be a problem if I wouldn't run so much Chicago. My last run came from Milwaukee home, and it should have took me 4.5 hours. And it took me 3 hours to get through Chicago because I had to do all these detours of toll roads and the traffic and stuff like that, instead of just being able to get on 80/90 and just running the toll road down. So that's the bad. There's really not an ugly. They're a good place. They definitely are smaller. They're trying to grow. But I think the thing that hurts them the most is the fact that they are a smaller company trying to be, trying to grow and grow, and they're going through growing pains. Um, but they definitely need better upkeep on their equipment, and on my opinion was the terminals. I mean, they only had two terminals really that were um, where you would pull in and get your truck checked, and that was in Glenwood, Chicago, south of Chicago, and it was Cedar Rapids. But we go all over here like in Indy and Columbus and all that stuff. So I think eventually they'll get there, but bottom line is I just had to do what I had to do for my family, what was right for me, and I had to turn my stuff in and just say, hey, thank you. And there was no ill will. I didn't burn any bridges. I did the correct thing. I took my truck up to Chicago. My wife followed me, and I dropped my truck off, dropped all my paperwork off, turned in everything, made sure I didn't do anything like abandon my truck so it didn't go against my DAC report, and made sure that I did all the proper procedures to not burn any bridges, because I do not hold any ill will towards West Side whatsoever. The dedicated flex position is really just not what they originally set out to be, and they are going to change it. I spoke with Justin. What it's going to be is they will give you the same opportunity, but you may not get home during the week. You might get home. That is the difference between that and Midwest Regional. My opinion, if you are going to go there, go with Midwest Regional, because it's Monday through Friday. You paid a guaranteed $1,000, and no matter what you do. Now, if you go over on your run, you get paid the greater of each. So if your miles and stuff is more than that, you get that. If you don't make $1,000 on your mileage, you get paid that. So it's a win-win. The toll roads is pretty rough. That's one of the things that really sucks. But other than that, man, I would say go with that, because dedicated flex is basically Midwest Regional without having to guaranteed pay. If you don't mind not being home, go with that. Like I said, my certain situation, I was told certain things. I'm not going to say they lied to me at all. That's not what I'm saying. I think maybe they were I think it was new and they didn't realize what it was going to be, and I got explained to wrong. I don't think I was lied to. I think it was just they really didn't know what it was. Because even as soon as I was introduced to my driver manager, I said, yeah, I'm on the dedicated flex. He goes, well, we call it flex. There's no such thing as a dedicated deal here. And, he even said that. But my, first run was from here to Cedar Rapids, and I emailed him, was like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to not leave this area. So it started from day one. But if you're going to run it, you might as well take the Midwest Regional position and get your guaranteed $1,000 if you don't want to be home. Because if you take the flex position, they're basically going to tell you there's a possibility we can get you home in the week. We can't guarantee it, but from going forward now, especially with all the problems I had and working with recruiting in them, they decided to take it there as opposed to say, you're home every weekend plus 1 day a week. Now it's just you're home every weekend with the opportunity to get home during the week. So for my suggestion, like I said, do the Midwest Regional if you want to go there. If not, they have an OTR position as well. But, like I said, I hold no ill will. Bottom line, it came down to my son and my wife set me down and told me that they couldn't handle me being gone all the time. And when I was getting home late. So it was just, it wasn't that they weren't getting me home. It was just the times and stuff like that. I just had to make what was right for me and what was right for my family. So I hold no ill will, like I said. So this isn't a bashing of them. This is just the honest truth, like I've been. I still say they're a good company, and if you want to go work for them, I recommend you go work for them. But I would recommend more if you are not wanting to be home during the week. I would say, if you don't mind that, go with the Midwest fleet. But the only other thing I didn't like is their number one carry is international paper. But the reason I didn't like it is because they're always heavy. You're always 40,000 pounds or more, which means that you always had to scale your load, which, that's not a big deal, but you always had to slide your tandem, scale your load. But what the hardest part was, because of that, it was hard to pull. My truck didn't pull it very well. But I'm not kidding. I was down in Kentucky, and I would get to 28 miles an hour going up one of their hills or mountains, whatever you want to call them, because my truck didn't have any power. It would overheat constantly. But then on top of that, you get a fuel bonus, which I could never get because my truck couldn't pull the weighted trailers for crap. So that was one of the things I hated about that. They are, at least it's steady freight, but it makes it hard on you. Like we literally went for an hour and a half before we could get to a Catskill from Maysville, Kentucky. We had to go a highway down that ran down the Ohio River, went through Cincinnati, and then we had to get out of Cincinnati before we could find a truck stop to scale. And I was just scared to death. I mean, even though I had experience on scaling and knew where to put my tandems, I still was scared to death. But we pulled in. I had it nailed, so I wouldn't have gotten in trouble anyway. But I always liked having that Catskill ticket just to cover your ass, because if your Catskill ticket, if it says you're on and you get pulled over, they will pay your fine for you if the weigh station says you're not. But other than that, I would say that they're just a company that is doing good things, and they have great people, and they're just growing and going through some growing pains. So I'm going to close this out by saying, I still say they're a great company. It's just I had to find something better, or better home time. And I hope that this doesn't deter anybody, but I hope it informs you on some stuff that helps you make your decision. I want to shout out to Justin in recruiting and Dave in safety, especially for being there for me and talking to me, and making helping me out when I needed help. You guys are awesome. Everybody there is awesome, and I'm going to miss you guys. But I had, like I said, do what's right for me. So good luck to you guys at Westside that are watching this, and for all you future Westside drivers. Like I said, man, don't deter. This is just the honest information that I'm giving you. I recommend it, and I recommend you, if you do go, get the Midwest Regional Run. Get your $1,000 at least bottom guaranteed a week. If you get more, you get more. But the dedicated flex position is just, to me, it's just not worth it, because you're going to run all your miles, and you'd have to run about 2,600 miles, I think 2,600, maybe 2,650 to make $950. So you might as well, take the Midwest Regional Dedicated or Midwest Regional Run and get your guaranteed. Then if you only get 1,600 miles of the week, you're still getting $1,000. So that's pretty much it. I hope this clears some things up for some people. And if you have any questions, I'll be willing to answer. I'll keep you guys updated on what I'm going to do going forward. Right now, I'm just looking at some local regional stuff, or local home daily stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm taking some time off here to figure it out and go from there. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned from this. And most of all, thanks for watching. And good luck to you guys all out there. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.